Greetings, my fellow freaks and weirdos. It's Saturday, April 12th. Still kind of early. It's not even noon yet, but oh my god. Hold on. But I'm gonna take a shot. I don't have to go anywhere or do anything. I'm off today, and I haven't been drinking. I didn't drink till I drank Sunday, and then I drank last night. And actually, I'm kind of having to force myself to drink instead of like forcing myself not to, which is good. I was telling my friends that wait, what was I gonna say? I just want to not drink so much because you get that craving for it, and I would have that like or just want to, but I don't have to. I mean, yeah, sure, drinking should be like a fun thing to do, not like just not where it just becomes like brushing your teeth, where it's just like a normal thing that you do every day. So I guess it's kind of like a reward, but like I said, like all week I didn't really think about it until like Friday. So yesterday when I got off work, I was okay. I get home and just have and dude, I got effed up off 224s, man. So there's like a fine line you got to find for yourself, like where you want to drink. So where am I? So yeah, that's good that like during the week I don't have to, and I could almost like just not drink. But anyway, let me get on. Let me take this shot. I finally got comfortable with using my tape player because the last little tape player I got, it broke like in a week. I think I made 2, maybe 3 like tapes for my friends, and it just stopped. So I mean, I've already made like I don't know 5 or 6 with this one. So what you hear, if you can hear it, it's TZ Glitter, my good buddy TZ. I need to write a letter to. Let's just get this review going. So I made some ads. Send me your address. I can write you a letter, and I can send you a mixtape. Speaking of tapes, I went to yesterday I got out of work early, and I went straight to the library, and it was closed. It was like 1:15, and it says library opens at 2 o'clock. So I was like, damn it, I want to go to the grocery store, and then post office. Did I tell you my post office closed on Saturday? I'm pretty sure I told you. But then I was like, well, let me go to the thrift store because where I live, I'm surrounded by schools. So at 3:30, school lets out at 3:30, but traffic like by 4, it's a nightmare. Nightmare. So it was like, oof, it was like 2 o'clock. Yeah. It was like 2 o'clock. So I'll go to the library, but I think I can go to the thrift store and be back before, traffic gets bad. So I did, and this thrift store, Texas Thrift, dude, I found a lot of good stuff like last year, and now they've just like deleted like 2/3 of the movies and books and crap that they had. So I've been looking for tapes, to record over, and I found this. Check this out. The Wild and Wacky Totally True Bible Stories featuring Frank Peretti as Mr. Henry. So I saw this, and it was just $1.99. And I was like, man, I can record over these, and they're all different colors. Cool looking little tapes. I got orange, purple, blue, yellow, red. So if you write to me, you can get a tape in the mail. So I also picked up some DVDs. I got Vampire Assassin. Derek Washington, a cop with a vengeance, must travel to the dark side and become the one thing he hates most when a botched sting operation leads to the discovery of a deadly vampire who leads the undead. Seeking out the help of the one last vampire hunter's Master Kyle, Washington begins his training, determined to hunt the ultimate killer. I'm hoping... I mean, this looks terrible. But hopefully it'll be a good terrible. And then Dude, how? I found The Ballad of Cable Hogue, which I just watched. I got it from the library, and then it's at the thrift store, and it's a library copy. So that's insane. Maybe I'll watch it one more, and then I'll send it to somebody. Ooh, I got Revenge of the Sith. This is oh my. Oh. God damn it. It's not in there. Oh. It's like one of my... Return of the Jedi is my favorite. And then I guess Empire and New Hope. But dude, Sith is awesome. It is so good. I don't understand why people rag on it so much. It is really good. Maybe if anyone wants to hear a review. God damn it. I get it from the library anyway. Then I got Undead or Alive, featuring Chris Kattan. What made me get it, it has Navi Rawat. She's hot. Navi Rawat's hot. I think she's like Indian, but damn. I saw her in the Collector. She's... I don't know. I saw her in something else before that, but she's in the Collection real quick. And then she was in some TV show, and she's a babe. And then I found a Van Damme movie, The Hardcore. And it's Van Damme and Vivica A. Fox. I don't know what year it is. 2006. Which will lead me into my movie review of Primeval from 2007. Dude, this is awesome. I loved it. I could stop now, but I won't. And this is also a special review. This is dedicated to Garth Pinkerton, my good buddy who passed away in November. And I have his ashes. I'll show you next time. This is... Oh, man. We went to the movies and we went to see The Expendables 4. But Garth told me the last movie he had seen in the theater was Primeval in 2007. And now I wish that we hadn't gone to the movies. Because if Primeval was the last movie he saw, that's pretty good. This is just... I loved it. I'd seen it before. And actually, I remember when this came out, there was this gangster thug Mexican that I worked with, who's a really good friend, actually. He's like, if you saw him, you would just turn around and walk. You would not have anything to do with him. And he's been in prison. He's been in and out of prison. He's got tons of kids. He's a terrible person, but he's cool to me for some reason. And I'll tell you, when I didn't have a car, I would see him driving around, and we were already friends. And I think like on 3 separate occasions, he would drive by me. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And never offer me a ride. And I would say, "Hey, what's up, gangster thug Mexican?" And I would tell my friend, and he's like, "It's probably best that he didn't pick you up." He's like, He's like, your lives are just different, and they don't need to cross more than they already do. So I was like, yeah. So yeah, I remember I always seen him at like a crosswalk, and he would just wave. But we were working. He's all. I remember I just seen the most gory movie I've ever seen in my life. It's called Primeval. It's about Gustav. And this is, yeah, it's 2007. So I was already pretty knee deep in gore movies at the time. So I was like, really? Or in my head, I was thinking, really? And then I saw it. I know I liked it. I don't know if I rented it or if it was just on cable. But after Garth told me this is the last movie he saw in the theater, I saw it at the thrift store and I was like, oh, I'm getting it. And it's great. Let me see if the back. Inspired by the true story of a legendary 25-foot man-eating crocodile comes the intense, terrifying movie Primeval, starring Dominic Purcell and Orlando Jones, an American news crew determined to capture this voracious monster and stop his demonic rage. Travel deep within the darkest reaches of the African jungle to hunt the prey. But Gustav, as the natives call him, is also on the hunt, always on the move, always elusive, always hungry for human flesh. Heart-pounding fear and is nonstop in this edge-of-your-seat nail-biter about the cunning killer who continues to blaze his blood-soaked trail of terror. Crockumentary. And then after, when the movie's over, I thought this, and then it came up like a end scroll. I was like, Gustav is still alive. He's still out there. He's eaten like hundreds of people. He's probably like, who knows how old he is? Maybe like 100 now. I don't think like what happens in this movie is like what really happened, but it was really good. It's just a sick, disgusting movie. It's almost like, and it has that like mid 2000 aughts like just movie look, which kind of works in its favor. Most of those movies look horrible now, but for Primeval, it works. It felt like a cannibal movie. It's just horrible. And the director, Michael Kettleman, he's did TV, he did this, and he's only done TV. He's done a lot of good like TV shows, but I was like, man, because I was like, what else did this dude do? This is his only theatrical release that he's ever done. And yeah, in the first minute, there's like rotten bodies. Uh, you know, not like gore that's happening, but gore, like dead body gore. And then a white lady gets eaten by Gustav immediately, which sets off the chain of events for Dominic Purcell's character. Because he's like a shamed uh, reporter. And so like, okay, maybe you can come back if you go capture this Gustav crocodile. And so he goes along with a team of like a lady reporter that mostly like she focuses on animals. His cameraman played by Orlando Bloom, and then like a like a jerky mirror version of the crocodile hunter Steve Irwin. Yeah, he's a very unlikable guy. And when they get there, Jürgen Prochnow is in this. Jürgen Prochnow, he's a great actor, and he knows what he is in this movie. He knows what to do. He's great. And then so yeah, they get there and just they're in Africa. It's horrible. Just this movie should have been called Horrible. And so there's African people dealing. They go to the country of Burundi, and they say this is the number one poorest country in the world. And I was like, how do you determine that? I mean, don't you get to just a certain level where it doesn't matter anymore? It's torn by civil war. There's like no law. So they're dealing with there's a warlord called Little Gustav who is just like ravaging the countryside and destroying just everything. So they're after the crocodile, and then they have to deal with this warlord. And Hergen Prochnow, he's leading them, to where the Croc is, Gustav is, and he says they have to be blessed by the local shaman, who hates the warlords. And the shaman was awesome. He's like covered in, he's caked in dry mud and it's all cracked. And then, spoiler: the warlord kills, or his men, they kill the shaman, and the shaman, he's totally defiant till they decapitate him. He spits at them. He's like, his eyes are burning coals at them, looking at them. But they kill his family too, and Orlando Bloom records it. Orlando Bloom is really funny in this. Uh, he says he's got so many like politically incorrect jokes that are great. Like he says, Gustav is like O.J. Simpson. He was okay till they killed that white woman. And then towards the end of the movie, he tells, there's a kid, Jojo, who wants to come to America, and he goes up to Orlando Bloom. He's like, how do I get to America? He's like, well, my family came on a slave ship. But it's a lot harder now. And then at the end, he's like, God, thank God for slavery. He's like, I hate Africa. He says, yeah, just very horrible humor. But I thought it was really funny. The crocodile itself, and I always think about, man, it looks good. It looks okay. But then, dude, Jurassic Park was, 14 years earlier, and still, I mean, I'm fine with CGI now, but it's never looked better. But in Spielberg, I felt this movie never slowed down. It's got that Evil Dead energy. Maybe in the last, it's an hour and a half, maybe in the last 10 minutes, kind of was like, okay, it's not the greatest. It's not, it like, they threw the ball, and it just, it lost, it wobbled a little towards the end. But and I liked all the characters. I didn't want Orlando Bloom's character to die. I didn't want, Dominic Purcell, I hear he's like a jerk. But, everybody was like, I don't want them to die. Like, the kid that wants to come to America, Jojo. There's a little dog, a scrappy looking little dog that they put out on a little raft as like a tribute to Gustav, so he doesn't kill other people. He survives. I thought he got killed earlier on. And then when the main villain gets it, it is quick, fast, gory, brutal, raw, rough, and bloody. It was good. It didn't need to be drawn out. Like in this, I like a good villain death, but this one is just, he's dead. That's it. He needed to die in a terrible manner, and he did. And then it ends. Doesn't end there, but there's a little more. But it's over. And Primeval, man, I didn't look where you could see it. Just go to your local thrift store so you can find one. This is like one of my new favorite, like, refound movies that I like. This one's gonna go into the rotation. I was thinking, man, if I could just whittle down my collection to 100 movies right now, what would be in it? I think Primeval would definitely be in it. Yeah, so if you've seen Primeval, let me know. Send me your address or your email. I'll send you some ads, and you take them to your local cool hip record shop. Man, I'm sweating. Oh, did you hear that? So, I'll see, I don't know, maybe I'll do a video tomorrow. But I'll give it, man, I'm going to give it a solid 4 to 5. It was just, and I was pretty buzzed when I watched it, and I paid attention. It had me. I watched it all the way through. I didn't stop. Okay, let's see what comes next.